Good evening. This is Shindo. Well, what did I tell you would be the first thing that a Trump administration would do about our rights as Americans? I told you that the first thing to go would be our First Amendment rights, our right to free speech. Now, as you may have heard, Madonna, of all people, Madonna, the pop star, said some off-the-cuff remark that she shouldn't have said, but certainly didn't mean, about how she would like, or how she has been wishing to blow up the White House. Now, of course, none of us actually believe that Madonna is going to blow up the White House, do we? No, of course not. It would be sort of like me saying, you know what, I wish that person would just go to hell. It's basically, the way she said it was dumb, no doubt. It was dumb. But it certainly wasn't a threat. Well, now we have Newt Gingrich, who is one of Trump's advisors, coming out and calling for Madonna and the far left to be put in prison. The first thing to go, folks, in any kind of dictatorship is going to be the First Amendment. Now, on both sides of this, both the left and the right, they're going nuts. You got the alt-right, the far right, and the far left. And the way things are going, I don't know how long we're going to be able to maintain some semblance of a country. Yes, I'm exaggerating a little bit. And yes, it will take some time before things start really getting bad. They will. First, I believe that Trump is going to win a lot of people over. That's what I'm waiting for. Something to happen for him to get a lot of people, most people, on his side. Well, let's get to this story and let's discuss a little bit what your First Amendment rights are. This is from the Huffington Post. Newt Gingrich says Madonna should be arrested for Women's March speech. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich thinks Madonna should be arrested for saying she thought about it, quote, blowing up the White House, unquote, during her fiery speech at the Women's March on Washington. Quote, yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm outraged. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House, unquote, Madonna jokingly told the massive crowd Saturday, quote, but I know this won't change anything, unquote. Now, they're taking this out of context, and they're just saying that Madonna said she wants to blow up the White House. Well, no. Madonna said that she's so angry that she's been thinking about blowing up the White House. In other words, you ever been really angry and fantasized about killing somebody? I think just about everybody has. So, did you actually do it? No, of course you didn't. So this is as dumb as you may think this is, and it was dumb. She should not have said that. But it was an off-the-cuff remark, I'm sure. And regardless of how dumb it was, it is her First Amendment right to say stupid things. The 58-year-old pop music icon, who has been an outspoken critic of President Donald Trump, spent the bulk of her nearly 5-minute speech encouraging the D.C. demonstrators to embrace love and refrain from despair. quote, good did not win this election, but good will win in the end, unquote, she continued. But that didn't stop Gingrich, a longtime advisor to Trump, from calling for her arrest during a Monday night appearance on Fox and Friends. Quote, what you have is an emerging left-wing fascism. She's part of it. And I think we have to prepare to protect ourselves, unquote, Gingrich said. Quote, the truth is she ought to be arrested, unquote. What's the charge, Gingrich? What's the charge? She ought to be arrested. Now, you've got to think about this. Donald Trump himself is not going to come out and say something like that. That's why he has his bulldog out there. Gingrich actually looks like a bulldog. Madonna said Sunday on Instagram that her White House comment was a metaphor and taken, quote, wildly out of context, unquote. Quote, I'm not a violent person, unquote. She wrote, quote, I know that acting out of anger doesn't solve anything, and the only way to change things for the better is to do it with love, unquote. That's what she said in the speech. The First Amendment protects a wide range of speech, including hateful expression and some threats, unless, quote, serious intent to commit an act of unlawful violence to a particular individual or group of individuals, unquote, is proven. Well, yeah. Folks, this is 3 days, not even 3 full days into the Trump administration. And we're already asking ourselves whether or not they're going to start taking our First Amendment rights away. And I'm not the least bit surprised. I expected this. Next, it's going to be going after people within the media. It's only a matter of time. Is anyone surprised by this? You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. This is exactly the kind of man that we voted in. The kind of man who gets enraged over a tweet, folks, is now President of the United States of America. It is a very scary, scary concept when you really, really think about it. And, you know, thank God there are people out there who are saying something against Trump, even if they're just some pop icon like Madonna. I mean, she's hardly known for her political savvy. It's unfortunate, really, that the left is so far to the left that they can't be rational. Just like the far right. I think that over the course of the next few years, we're going to see some real surprises as to who comes out into the limelight to be the spokesmen for the right. Because, folks, you're not getting it from the far left, and you're not getting it from the far right. They're both a group. They're immoral, and they have no character, most of them. So I see people that you would least expect, maybe even somebody like Madonna, maybe tweaking that outrage she has, being able to speak out. This is Shindo. Have a good Monday evening.